Hello, everybody, and we are bringing back our coin class, as you guys remember from our forum here. Then, and we're going to talk about properties. So I glossed over this a little bit when I called this side up a field, but really what I want to call it is, and some people call it back and field, but what I like to call it is kind of like a property, because what happens is that we have a coin and it can be heads or tails. That actually becomes a property of it. So these backing fields help you set the properties. We also kind of set the property up with a get side up. Now this is an explicit function that returns the side up. That's perfectly fine. You can do that. This is actually a good method, but throughout time we have done a couple other things as well. We have done this get so much that now we kind of think of this in terms of a generic get as opposed to get side up of a coin, because we can get lots of properties, or we can get the field variable places in our program. So what we're going to change it to is more of a accepted version of the way to do this. And so you should see this out in the world. We're going to change this to side up. And then we are going to do a get, and then just put this curly brackets around it to return side up. And actually, before we do that, let's go into form 1 and remember we did get side up. We want to just change that to side up. And then let's go back to coin just to make sure we don't get any problems. Now, if you notice under the get, you'll see a squiggly line. That is because it looks like we have a scope inside a scope, which is a method, but this is not a true method. This is a property set. So what you want to do here is take out those parentheses, and now side up will work. And some people are like, well, this seems like a lot of work just to kind of get to a recognized standard. And yeah, I guess that's true, but it does have some good pieces to it, because the brother or sister of get is set. And here we can say that side up equals value. And notice value is in blue. Oh, let's put a semicolon there as well. That means whatever I bring in, I can change a side up to. So if we don't have the get, what it is a read-only statement. I can get the information about side up, but I can never change it. Now, I can change the side up. And you guys might be wondering, well, why did we call it private? Well, the reason why we call it private is you can only access it through get and set. So it's a lot safer. So in other words, we can't accidentally do side up, change side up from anywhere unless we officially do a set in the form 1. We can't do it by calling out a void toss or something like that. What we go to now is back to the main form, and just like we didn't have the parentheses there, let's go ahead and take the parentheses off as well. And so now it can still grab these things, and if we run this program, let's go that, and notice it does the same exact stuff. It's still able to get which side is up, but we could also do a set side up, meaning that I could do something to the effect of my coin dot side up equals we'll call it side. So it fell on its side instead of the piece. And notice what this is doing. It will take the word side, bring it into coin as the value, and set it to side up. Now in this case, it's not going to change anything because when we go through this loop again, I'm going to retoss it and it's going to change that piece again. However, if I take this and put it right before, oops, actually I wanted it, let's put it right before that. And if I do that and I toss 15 times, everything rolls down on its side. We can't get to rolling heads or tails. So this is just an accepted way to kind of help us work efficiently. So in other words, we're going to be able to get or set anytime you do it. It's going to be very readable and eventually just going to be able to automate all these get sets because you really do need to do them in order to kind of protect the variables of those classes.